Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know already, my name is Camille and I'm a licensed esthetician specializing in facials and waxing. So today's video is a pros and cons video on what it's like to be a business owner. So I went ahead, wrote down some notes for you guys just so I can stay on track. Y'all, we just about to get right into it, okay? So the very first point of why you should own your own business is because you can make your own schedule. So I work Wednesday through Saturday. When I was working for somebody, I was working a lot more days, but that became very taxing, if I'm being completely honest, just because with waxing, you're standing on your feet all day. And so when I was able to own my own business, I was like, no, like I need to cut down these days. So that's what I did. And honestly, it's been a huge plus for me just because I have more rest days, and also I can pick the amount of hours that I work. So I don't have to work an 8-hour day if I don't want to. I can kind of go from my first client into my last client, and so that's a huge pro. So the second pro would be that you are able to choose where you want to work. So I know a lot of people work downtown, or maybe they work somewhere that's 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away, 10 minutes away. Basically, you can choose anywhere that you want to work when you have your own business. So I chose to work at an office space just because it's usually a lot cheaper to rent out an office space versus like a suite, because you pay once a month versus paying every single week. So I choose to work at an office space. It's a really nice space, a really cute little office that I have, and it's actually only 3 minutes away from my house, so that's a huge pro as well, being able to work so close to home. And y'all, I'm a night person. I don't like waking up early, so that's a plus because I don't have to wake up early just to get to work because it's so close. So my next point would be not answering anybody. I know a lot of people like to micromanage people. They like to tell them what to do, when to do it, all of that. That doesn't work for my personality. I'm one of those people. I have to get up and do it. When I'm ready, it's going to be done. If you constantly tell me to do something or you're trying to force something upon me, that's just not going to work for me. So not answering to anybody would be a huge pro. So my next point is deciding how much money you want to make and having financial freedom. So usually when you work for somebody else, they kind of set the standard of what you can make. But for business owners, you can make however much money you want to make. If you want to go in a certain day, if you don't want to go in a certain day, if you want to set your prices to a high price, if you want to set your prices to a low price, you basically can set the standard and make however much money that you do want to make. And so that leads me to my next point, which is creating your own brand. So this is from design, marketing, promotions. When you do have your own business, you're able to create your own brand and kind of represent yourself. I know when you work for somebody else, it's kind of their blueprint and you have to follow everything that they're telling you to do. But when you work for yourself, you're able to do those things for yourself and, set the standard and kind of just express to people who you are as a person and what you represent. My next point would be being selective on who you want to service. This is a huge one. When I was working at my old job, I had to take on people that was rude, people that was late, people that they ain't want to pay. It was just a lot of different things. So now that I'm able to have my own business, I can be very selective on who comes in and out of my suite. I don't have to deal with any of that drama that I want to deal with. I don't have to deal with any people that are rude or disrespectful or just there's certain people who like to move on their own accord, but because it's my business, I'm able to set those rules and set those guidelines and not have to put up with anything that I don't want to put up with if I don't want to. And so I would say that that's basically like protecting your own peace and, just servicing good people. Not everybody is for you. Not everybody is going to be your clientele. But when you do have your own business, you can set that standard and do what you want to do. Okay, so that leads me into my cons. Y'all, I will be honest and say there's a lot more pros than there are cons, but there are cons simply because I just feel like there's a con to everything, But the very first con would be doing everything yourself. While it's a blessing to do everything yourself, it's also a con because you are the only person that is like making your money. You're the only person that's showing up to work every day. Basically, your business is on you. So if you don't go in, if you don't put in 100%, you know, if you always calling off, if you just being lazy, you know, that's your brand and it's going to go downhill. So you're the only person that is there to motivate you and really like you have to depend on. The second con is not having a set paycheck. So a lot of people that work for others, you know, you get paid every 2 weeks or maybe you get paid every week. But when you have your own business, actually it's a pro. It's a pro because you can get paid every single day, but it becomes a con when you don't get paid every single day. Say if you don't have clients on a certain day, or if it's a slow week or a slow month. I know especially for skincare, usually October through December is a slow period, just because, you know, waxing is not as popular in the cold states. So that would be the con, would be not getting paid every single day. But luckily, you know, I've been able to be blessed and have a clientele to where I'm able to still make good money. I would say the third thing would be feeling overwhelmed. So I am a perfectionist. I'm still trying to work on that, mainly because that can be very stressful, but I just really care about my work and I'm very creative. So I would say that being overwhelmed a lot, just because you are handling literally everything falls on your shoulders, you're making the show run, it can be overwhelming if you don't have a good support system or if you don't take breaks. So in order to, you know, fix that, I would say honestly, travel. That's what I love to do. I started traveling a lot more, especially last year, because I started to become overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help. You don't want to ever have too much pride. It's okay to ask somebody that's younger than you, that's a different race than you, anything, because you never know who's going to be there to pick you up when you might fall. And so I would say, in order to not be overwhelmed, those are just some things that you would have to learn for yourself and do. The next thing is no paid vacations, sick time, or paid time off. So if you take off a day at work, you is not getting paid. You are not getting paid for that. I know a lot of people have vacation time, or, you know, like I said, PTO, but when you're your own business and you run everything, if you don't show up, you are not making money. But the blessing is that you are able to have that freedom and kind of do what you want to do. So I guess wrapping up, the question that I wrote down for myself was, would I recommend starting your own business? And the answer is yes. I 10 out of 10 recommend still starting your own business, just because the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I would say I'm having a lot more fun. You know, I have a lot more freedom. Mentally, I'm in just a more positive space, just because I'm able to do things the way I want to do them, not be micromanaged, not have anybody standing over my shoulder trying to tell me what to do. And I'm already a really good waxer, good facialist, and I'm good at what I do, so I don't need nobody standing over my shoulder. Like I said, that is like the reverse psychology that people try to use. I don't need that. Like, I need somebody to encourage me and, you know, just be a light. So I would say, all in all, I would definitely recommend starting your own business. Again, I said it in my last video, but I'll say it in this one. If you are fearful, it's not going to work. You cannot be fearful. God has you. He loves you and has your best interest at heart. Please pray, stay grounded, stay in your Bible, and He will honestly just keep you. I would say, honestly too, if there's anything that you feel like you need to get off your chest, honestly, I can be here to help you. Write in the comments, or I'll leave my Instagram down below. If there's anything that you may need help with, I will be here to help you and just answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so this video is for my aspiring entrepreneurs out there. I would definitely say go ahead and start that business, girl or boy. I actually have more male followers than female followers, which is crazy. But hey, I accept everybody, so I'm so grateful that you guys are here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day. Bye.